Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new, this is Karen with the Crowds.
We're a family of 3 exploring the world, one place at a time, because that's the only way you can get it done.
So let's hop into it.
Oh, and
this
first,
is chapter 2
of Merida, Mexico. All right, bye-bye. Starting out with one of the best places that I've had a meal was La Cubanita. This was a beautiful place. It's run by a son and mother, and the son does art. You'll see him in a little bit, but the food was fantastic. It was a great price for a good portion. And that's him, the artiste. And if you haven't noticed the trend, we always need to have some sort of dessert. And sometimes it's not just dessert, sometimes it's just middle of the day, let's try this. But this place was right next to La Cubanita. It's called Lilo. And they had some delicious little goodies in here. We had 2 different types of cookies. And then later that night, we went to this place called Tropico 56. It's a bar / restaurant, but it was an event going on outside that we were unaware of before we arrived. So that's why it's a bit bare in here right now. But you'll see in a second what it looked like outside.
Pero tienen corazón, se llama el rey de mi tierra, con orgullo digo yo. De Veracruz, iniciamos con La Bruja.
Every Sunday, like clockwork, we were out on Monteo doing our bike ride. And this was just some of the monument we would see every time we rode by. And she also met a friend that day. He drew a picture of her. Oh my goodness, this place right here, Spanglish. This was another one of my favorites. I met the owner. Her name is Janice, and she's a beautiful person. She's from New York. And of course, this was inspired by where she's from. The food was delicious. Can't say enough about the camarones tacos. Those are so good. And you know how we do. We follow it up with gelato at Fiorella. And so this night we went to the Museo de la Luz They had an exhibit that was there from Germany, but she was too young to see that. So we went upstairs and learned a bit about eyes. And these here are eyes from different animals. It's so weird to see up close and personal. The next day, we headed to a meetup with a few other families that are expats in the area or are visiting, and that was pretty nice. We stayed there all evening, had a great time, and again, that was at La Plancha Park. And this is just some of the things that we would see when we were walking around daily to different places, and it was a great place, very walkable city. The sidewalks aren't the best, but as far as getting around the places, very easy. Oh, that was my other favorite place there. If you were with us the last time, you know that we had pizza and pasta our first evening, and that was not the last time. And we also stayed in a hotel previously, and then maybe 12 days in, we moved to an Airbnb just for more flexibility. And this one was absolutely beautiful. It was a good respite from the hotel environment. We could move around, stretch out. Also had laundry, so we could wash in-house instead of having to go somewhere. And this hammock in the bedroom, spent a lot of time in there. That was one of our favorites. That and the fact that we had a pool that she could play in and just, get out of the heat for a bit. I took this video so that way you kind of had a good idea of what some of the streets look like. Not every area looks like this, but this is what it looked like when we were leaving our Airbnb. And for some, this might be alarming, but it really wasn't. As far as Merida is concerned, it's the second safest place in North America. Look it up. And that's us leaving, going to our new place. Loved it. Absolutely loved Merida. It's a smaller town, but there was so much to do. And there were so many nice people that we met. And I would love to go back. So now, obviously, we are headed to a new place, a new adventure. So join us for our next city. Tell me where you think that is, if you're bold enough to comment. And we'll see you then. Until that time, grab your carry-on. See you soon.